Hey yo, welcome to Parker's Reefs. On today's episode, we're going to check out a reef tank that has had an entire house built all the way around it. Alright, thank you for joining me on yet another episode of Parker's Reefs. And as touched on in the intro, today is not just your regular tank tour. Today we're going to go visit Yasas and check out his incredible 8-foot mixed reef tank that has had an entire house built around it. Yes, he has this reef tank set up as a kitchen backsplash of all places, which is traditionally an incredibly difficult location to build a reef tank. But when you go and build the entire house around it, things like that become possible. Now, obviously, there's a whole heap of thought process that goes into obviously the access to the tank, filtration, setup for your QT and RO, as well as water mixing and all of your extra equipment like UVs, electronics, chillers, things like that all become quite the challenge. So I'm really looking forward to sharing this tank tour with you. Without any further ado, let's go visit Yasas and check out this incredible 8-foot kitchen backsplash mixed reef. All right, we're here, we're standing in Yasas' house in his kitchen looking at this beautiful custom built reef tank here. Firstly, thank you so much for making it possible for me to be here. I really appreciate you taking the time on what is a public holiday here in Melbourne to let me into your house, put a microphone on you and get you to show us through this beautiful reef tank. Wow, what a system. Firstly, this is obviously a custom system.
Yes, first of all, thanks for coming down, Sam. Yeah, that's a custom build. So when I built the house, the first thing was the tank to go on the plans.
Excellent.
And so we just got that idea, putting the splash back turning into the aquarium.
Super cool. So you built the house almost around the aquarium with this in mind of making this the backsplash in the kitchen. And if I pan across a little bit, yeah, you can see the sink there and all your cabinetry and things here. This literally is the backsplash to the kitchen, which is super cool.
Yeah.
What sort of dimensions of this system we're talking? It's a good size.
It's 8 foot, and I think it's 2.5 by 2.5 by width and the height.
Yeah, very nice. And that's going to be up somewhere around the 1,500 litre mark, I imagine.
Yep. It's about, I think, 1,300, including the sump.
Yep. Very nice size system. And how long has this system been running for now?
It's been running about 4 years now.
Okay.
Originally, we started as a fish-only tank.
Okay. Yep.
And then,
then the coral bug bit.
Yeah, and as usual, just put some soft corals, and everyone in the family started liking it. And then I just started...
Including yourself, no doubt.
Yeah, got the bug of SPS, you know, like every other reefers.
You've got some beautiful pieces in here, and we will get an opportunity to go through all of the incredible fish and coral. But before we do get to the livestock, I'm curious on the infrastructure because, this is a backsplash in your kitchen.
Yeah.
How do you go about, maybe we'll have a look at the infrastructure from like lighting and flow and filtration. Maybe if you want to start from like top and we'll work our way down.
Yeah, so everything accessible from the back, so it's nothing in the front.
Yes.
So we can just go on the back and see what's happening behind the scene.
Sounds great, let's do it. All right, here we are, back of house, where all of the infrastructure takes place. And I tell you what, this is a heck of a setup back here. As promised, we might start with the lighting and then work our way down. You've got a pretty cool setup going on up here.
Yep, so I got all Reef Factory Flare Pros, 8 of them. And I just made the custom frame, which is able to lift and then I can work from here.
Yeah, nice.
And just got flare bars just to get a little bit more blue.
A little bit extra pop in there.
Yeah.
You got these lights all mounted on angles just so you can get all of those beams of LEDs.
I can move because I'm losing about 100 mil because of the frame of the house.
Yes, okay.
So it's we had some issues of getting the lights into that gap.
Yes, makes sense. So you got to try and beam some lights down
beam some
on an
light
angle.
towards the front of the glass.
Beautiful.
And so it's pretty much, it's got all the return pump coming from there,
Yes.
and the sump is underneath.
Sump down below. Before we get down to the sump, so you've got this extruded aluminium light frame, which has got is this an electric blind motor up here that
It's
lifts it up
a
and down?
roller shutter motor.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, because the blind motor probably not enough to
Not strong enough.
carry the weight.
Understandable.
Yeah, so but it's just the mainly we had before originally just all normal light fitting hanging,
Yes.
but that didn't work very well when need to work.
Yeah, it's one of those things
tank,
when you need to get into the tank, you want to get those lights up
That's
out of the
right,
way.
yeah,
And you've got this nice, super high ceiling up here. You'll be able to lift those lights right up out of the way. And you'd almost be able to go snorkeling in your tank.
That's right, yeah,
That much access.
Yeah.
Very, very nice.
Yeah.
Now, moving down from the lights, I can see you've got some flow on the back of the tank here. So you've got some Neros and then some Vortex.
Yeah, 3 Neros and
Yes.
MP40 here.
Yes, yes.
And we got 2 MP60s on the side.
Yeah, right. Keeping
Just
plenty
to
of
get the flow.
plenty of flow. And then on this end here, so from the back of the house to the left end, obviously when you're looking at the tank, it's on the right-hand side. You've got overflow box here, which comes down into the sump. Can you take us through the sort of layout of the sump and what's
So
the
it
process
comes
is
down
getting?
to there, goes to the reef the roller mat on the reef factory.
Yes, yep.
And so I pretty much use most of all the 80% of the products from Reef Factory.
Reef Factory, yep. Looks like that's working a treat too. It's plenty filthy on that roll.
That's right.
Pulling lots out.
And then I got a Reef Factory base pump to support the manifold.
Okay, yep.
Just to support every other component.
Yep. So you got a nice little accessory pump there to run the manifold, which goes through. You obviously got the Aquaforest reactor there. You're running some GFO or something?
GFO,
yeah. Can't imagine. And then you come across, it looks like a big Reef Octopus skimmer, is it?
Yes.
That's a beast of a unit. Look at the gunk it's pulling out. That is jet black.
Yeah.
Doing a nice job, I see.
That's right, yeah.
Running very well. And it looks like, you run the air through Pacific Sun CO2 scrubber?
Yeah, CO2 scrubber.
Lovely.
Just to get the pH into the right possible. Yeah.
And then you're coming across, what do we got here? Looks like a Vectra pump in there. Looks like a Vectra L2, is it?
L2, yeah.
Yep, big guy pumping out there.
Yeah.
And then looks like you run Pacific Sun calcium reactor.
Calcium reactor.
Very nice.
And then Pacific Sun sulfur reactor.
Sulfur as well, yep. And
Just
an algae reactor.
And the algae reactor as well. And I run AI blade with huge light just for the Cheeto there. This one got that wide.
Got the wide tube in the middle. Yeah. Wow. All happening back here. And then, even then, I pan across the left here and I see a massive big Pentair UV skimmer here. A UV sterilizer.
And also 40-watt UV sterilizer as well.
All happening. So this one's a 80, is
120.
it? A 120. So you got a 120 and a 40.
Yeah.
Obviously running different flows.
Different flows, yeah.
Oh, wow. No shortage of equipment back here. You've done well. And this is all in what looks like it's your pantry.
Yeah, that's my pantry. Yeah.
Makes it nice and easy.
And so we made everything black, so you can't see through.
No, you don't want to be able to see your breakfast cereal through the thing. Well, you don't want your fish to be able to see the breakfast cereal.
And also, I'm running calc washer in there.
Yeah, nice. Just a nice tank here, beautiful. Yeah. Fits a big volume of liquid in there, but it's still nice and narrow so that it keeps out of the way. Yeah, it works very, very well. And tell me about this. This is a high-tech cabinet going on here. All sorts of things, obviously managing all your electrics.
This from one of the Telstra dump site and just turned into... Because I had the issue of using all the power points, and when because we have a lot of power cuts around this area.
Yes.
So I wanted to get everything into one unit.
Yes.
So what we did, we put 30 power points on the back of this.
Whoa.
So connected all these equipments into that.
Yes.
And so then it came from just use that that
Oh, you got
power.
the big industrial connector up there. Yeah.
So that controls by one breaker switch.
Yes.
So if there's a power cut, it automatically switch into the solar battery.
Yeah, nice.
And the
So
backup.
You've got a big house power backup.
Yeah.
Specifically for the tank.
I don't have a battery for the house, but I have
Just
a battery for the tank. Yeah. So,
brilliant. And because it's all through that one connector up there, the entire tank then runs.
Yeah, entire tank can run, and if we don't want the lights or anything, we can turn them off just to save run a little bit more extra length of the time.
Yeah. You know, if it's going to be a half-hour power outage, sure, let it all run.
That's
right. They tell you it's going to be 8 hours. You might come and switch the lights off and maybe cut back on some other things.
Yeah.
Wow, this is super neat setup here. Look at all these labelled switches here. Aqualogic titanium heater. You got all the Ecotech controllers there. You got all the Reef Factory displays there. Nero controllers. You've got all your dosing pumps. Couple of the smart testers plus the KH Keeper tester. Here's the calcium reactor pump for the Pacific Sun. And then down the bottom, all your dosing containers. Yeah. Super cool. And then all the lighting around it here too. This is super cool as well. I'm guessing you put that in there. That wouldn't have been something that Telstra had?
No. I put it myself, yeah.
Very nice. So it makes it super easy to see everything. And it keeps it all nice and safe in there. This keeps any sort of accidental water splashes, or even the door would stop when people are coming in here to grab some food out of the pantry, accidentally bumping a switch and turning something off. It keeps it all nice and secure.
Yeah.
Very clever. And then I noticed you've also got a little display on the end here, which just runs
the Reef Factory app.
Yes.
So when I walk in from the garage into the house, I can see all my parameters. How is this there?
Very
and
nice.
Obviously it's on my phone as well. If anything goes out of thing,
when you're not home, you can always see it. But when you are, you can just come and have a quick glance here, check everything, make sure all devices are running as they should. Super.
And
neat.
this is the battery system.
Nice.
So that's the battery that.
This is a legit battery backup that, as you say, would normally be for a house, but you've got it set up for the tank, which is super cool. Absolutely love it. And here's the transfer switch here. Look at that. Amazing. I do love a high-tech reef tank.
And also here I got the chiller.
Very nice.
So it just runs off the return pump.
Yes.
And also my salt mixing tub here, which is connected to the Chemoa auto water changer, so it programs into
X2SR can pump from there. You can mix the salt there and then just tell it to pull water out of there, and chillers out here to keep all of the noise and heat away from the tank.
All the fish tank stuff is here.
This rack is designated to all the reef tank items, all your salt and various products there to make sure that all works. And the way you've got that all plumbed in, so it's all out of the way and gives good access to the pantry and the tank. Very nicely done. All right, so we have yet another layer of infrastructure to this system, just a testament to how much work you put in to make this tank build have the house built around your tank, I should say.
Yeah.
We're down in the basement here, if you couldn't tell by the rocky earth mound here and the heating and cooling plumbing, and this is where you have all your RO set up?
Yep, that's where all my RO set up.
Beautiful.
So that's Reef Factory, the level keeper triggers when he needs the level.
Yes.
So it just pumps out the RO from here.
Incredible.
Connected to this pump. So I found that Reef Factory level keeper is really good when you're connecting a different pump.
Yes. Because obviously you got to have a fair bit of head height trying to pump up a level here.
So it's just pretty much just sending the power signal, so you can connect any pump to it.
Yes.
So we are pretty much, that's where the tank is, the back of the tank.
It's a nice straight line straight up, makes life easy.
And that's where I do my RO.
Yes.
So I connect the RO. I had only this one before.
Yes.
I had the resin.
Yeah. I must admit, I do that too. It just makes it a bit easier when
So you don't have to change the resin more often.
Don't have to change it as often, and also it gives you the ability to just change one at a time.
Yeah.
As soon as you see the TDS coming up, you can just change one, and then say you change this one, you know, next time you need to change that one. And
That's right, yeah.
it doesn't use any more resin. It
Yeah.
just gives you a little bit more flexibility as to when you need to
Yeah,
change
so
it.
these are the water tanks that I had salt water, natural salt water,
Yes, yes.
so which is not using at the moment.
Still
And I got
there for future proofing.
two small tanks in case if I need to quarantine any fish or anything.
Look at that. So you've got dedicated space. If you need to quarantine fish, you can set them up there. It's out of the way. They can just settle in. You can observe them. You can make sure that they're
And
nice and
obviously
healthy.
there are plenty of water to change here and there. if you need it, so,
Perfect setup. This is a reef keeper's dream to be able to have access to a basement down here where you can set all this infrastructure up and not chew into the space behind the tank, not chew into the garage. You can have it down here, and you've got easy access. You see things like the plumbing and stuff there. If you need to make a mess down here, you're not getting in trouble with the rest of the house.
yeah, and that's it. Yeah.
Perfect. What a fantastic addition to the house that obviously definitely has been built around your reef tank. I love it.
Yeah.
All right, well, that is a full-on amount of infrastructure behind this tank, and you can see that you definitely did build the house around the tank, and it's so cool to see that obviously this is your kitchen here. You can't have, you know, pumps and chillers and dosing pumps and switches out here. This has got to be your space that's free for cooking and also eating and just free of noise and heat, and you've done it perfectly, because as soon as we come out here, there is only the front panel of the tank that you can see. Everything else is out of sight, out of mind, which is an absolute treat.
And everyone get the question, how do you clean the tank and how do you feed the fish? You know, so it's
I can imagine, yes. And that's when you get to give them the back of house tour.
That's right, yeah. So when they go there, they like say, "Oh, so much here going on." You know?
Yes,
so.
yeah. Well, hey, I'm a reef tank equipment junkie, and even I think there's a lot going on back there. So I can only imagine what your non-reef tank friends think when you take them back of house. It'll blow their mind. Now, as amazing as the infrastructure is that runs this system, we've got to talk about some of the livestock in here, whether it be fish or coral. We'll cover both.
Yeah.
Because you've got some really cool things going on in here. Would you like to talk about fish first or coral first?
Yeah, we'll talk about fish.
Fish.
That's where we started first. You know?
That's where we started, so it makes sense. That's where we go.
Yeah.
Take us through the fish you've got in this system. There's some big guys in here, big units. I can see a unicorn tang, is it?
Yep.
Stunning fish, and he's got those really nice electric blue lines on him and dots, and just looks fantastic. He's really starting to get that bump on the head, and it looks like he's really enjoying the size of the tank too. Obviously, a fish that gets quite large and needs a fair bit of swimming space, but 8 foot by 2.5 by 2.5 affords him that luxury, and what a stunning fish. I should ask, do you name your fish at all?
No.
No name.
Yeah, no name.
What else we got? Now, what kind of tang is this guy here? He's another big unit.
Mata tang.
Marta tang, yeah. I must admit,
That was one of the first fish that I had. It's just like when you go to buy a fish, it's just on the first stage of your reef life.
Yes.
You just pick something cheap, you know. So, but that's he's my favorite. So everyone comes and say, why don't you get rid of him? And because he's too big.
Never. He's a beautiful fish.
Yeah.
Absolutely
Just
love
keep
those
growing.
lines through the body. He looks a big, peaceful fish too. Really nice shape and health to him. Great colours.
And he's gone through the ick stage as well at the beginning.
He's had some troubles.
Yeah, and survived through that. And so he's my favorite in there. Even
nice.
every other like expensive fish, but his character.
Doesn't have to be the rarest fish to be your favourite. It's absolutely the personality and the character of the fish. And he is a big, beautiful specimen, really nice shape to him, good fat belly, and the fact that you've had him since basically day one, and that he's grown into the tank. I imagine he wasn't that big when you first got him.
No, he was about that size. So
he's grown nicely. Looks a treat. Now, what about some of the other tangs in here? You've got probably next biggest in size would be probably the blue tang.
Blue tang, yeah. Blue tang,
Another steeple.
He's been there since day one.
Yes, yep. Another fish that went in very, very early.
Yeah.
He's again got beautiful size to him. He's affording the space in the 8-foot tank, and got that real trademark black circle, or the circle that gives the blue circle, I guess. Nice bit of yellow on the fins, and you can see him flexing a little bit there on the lipstick, just sort of showing that he's been here a bit longer. Very nice. Then probably onto the lipstick.
Yeah, and then the sail fin.
Oh yeah, the sailfin, of course, would be the next biggest by far. That's a Desjardins sailfin, is it? I think it might be. Yeah, based on the markings, and he's a good size. He'd look an absolute treat when he flares up those fins.
That's right, yeah.
Yep. Sometimes the camera scares me into doing that, but this guy's way too comfortable. He's just looking at me saying, I think I could take you. So he doesn't need to scare us and flex. He's doing just fine. All right, what else have we got?
All the yellow tanks.
Yes.
I just collect them through the tank shutdowns. Sometimes I just went past Ballarat to pick up one. So
decent drive.
Yeah,
Ballarat would be a good 2.5 hours from
That's
here.
right. Yeah, 2.5 hours easy.
And that's each way.
Yeah,
that's a full day drive to pick up a yellow tang. They're definitely not a common fish anymore. Somehow. Yeah. Well, I guess because of that dedication, you've ended up with 3, and
I got 4 yellow tanks.
4.
Yeah.
I just saw the 4th over here. So you got 1, 2, and then there'll be another 2 up here. 2 hiding back there. There's one. One poking his head out, and there's the 2nd or the 4th there. So, wow. And you don't have any trouble with them all getting along?
No. But I beginning of this year, I put one little small one.
Yes.
So all 4 yellow tanks attacked him and killed it.
Okay. So
pretty much I can't put that body shape anymore, looks like.
Yes, you've hit the limit. It's probably just the sizing. These guys are all pretty similar in size, all 4, so they probably see each other as equals. When the 5th went in and he was a bit smaller, might have just tipped it over the line. But thankfully, after sorting out that one, they've not then gone on a bloodlust craze and attacked each other after that. Looks like they're all fine. I did also notice, there's plenty more fish to come, don't get me wrong, but where is he gone now? The fox face in here is chunky. He's a big, thick fox face. There he is back there. It was only when a minute ago he was facing directly towards the camera, and he might turn that way now, that I saw how thick he was and went, he's getting his share of nori.
Yeah.
Here he comes. Yeah, nice big thick boy. Look at that. Very, very nice.
So I pretty much make my own food once a month.
Yes.
So I put probably 1 pack of nori shredded into the food.
Yes.
So I mix up with prawns, mussels, or the fish and scallops.
Yeah, nice.
So
just all fresh seafood.
Fresh, yeah.
Yep.
So I make 1 kilo.
Yes.
1 kilo of mussels, so every other ones are about 200 grams each. So just put together, put it into frozen cubes.
Beautiful.
And that's what I feed.
They all look to be nice and
because I found it's hard to put nori on the clip with Mata Tang. He grabs it and just make mess. Every other fish don't get a chance to eat.
The big Mata says that nori is mine, and I imagine he'd, if left to his devices, he'd eat a sheet a day on his own. Looking at the size of him, it's a solid fish. Now we can't ignore the Achilles any longer. That's an absolute showpiece fish. Have you had him long?
I bought him about an inch size.
Yeah, right. He's grown nicely.
He's grown nicely, and he's enjoying his time there.
Excellent.
And I know it's a bit of like everyone says, he's ick magnet with all the Achilles, but luckily he adapted into the tank nicely.
He's been trouble-free.
Yeah.
Oh, you cannot ask for more than that. Typically, when people ask about Achilles, I say it normally goes one of 2 ways. They either just are an open door to disease into the tank, and they'll stress, get disease, and then pass it on to all your fish. Or if you do get through that, or they don't get disease, they'll become the boss of your tank and then bully every other fish. But I'm guessing when you've got a unicorn and a marta that's as big as these, he's not really able to flex that muscle too
No,
much.
no, no. It's pretty good with other fish, but I wanted to put a powder blue.
Yes.
But I'm just worried about when you put a powder blue, how he's going to react because of the same
Yeah, same.
variety, same body shape, and
sure.
yeah.
Yeah, and a powder blue. Well, I mean, any powder tang is similar to an Achilles in that they can be very temperamental with disease and things. So if you did get a little bit of stress, which you'd probably
because
expect,
all the hassles that went through in the beginning,
yes,
now the tank is settled, and now everyone is just like, I don't want to put any fish, So
it gets to that stage, doesn't it? I'm in exactly the same position.
You just because it's hard to catch them and
Absolutely
with corals and everything. So and I got reasonably good fish here now.
Yes.
So just don't want to take any extra risk.
Every fish you add now is a massive roll of the dice. And when you've got 4 yellow tangs, an Achilles tang, there's a gem there as well, which we'll talk about in a second, and obviously a whole host of some other beautiful fish like the sailfin, the purple tang, and some other smaller fish in there. It just, you start to question whether that roll of the dice is worth it. I mean, if you didn't have an Achilles and he was your dream fish, I'd say, yeah, roll the dice. But he's in there now and he's settled. Whether you take that risk further or not, I don't know. But all right, let's keep going. There's still more fish to see. I can see the purple tang.
Purple tang, that's I got it from a tank shutdown.
Lovely.
And after a few months, like that X stage, he got really bad. He had fully cloudy eyes. All the fins were dissolved and everything. So I just ran quarantine through copper.
Okay.
So he's grown up with all the what do you call all the things and everything just grown up. I have seen some fish that I never recovered from the dissolved fins, but luckily he just got back everything.
He's been through the worst of it.
Yeah, he's been like only the body he had.
Definitely. Well, typically I would say purple tang's normally for a zebrasoma tang and normally a little bit more aggressive, but he's outnumbered with the 4 yellows there, and he's obviously with that tough path he went through when he first came into the system. He's pretty timid there, and you can see he lays fairly low. The yellows aren't showing any aggression that I can see towards him, but he doesn't want to rock the apple cart. He's happy just doing his own thing. He doesn't feel like he needs to contest.
He was the boss of the tank before.
Okay.
But now it's not that bad. But I don't know how like he was attacking this small yellow for so long, and that yellow was sitting on the corner all the time.
Yes.
But eventually they got together, so
they worked out their differences, and now they're able to live happy and healthy together, which is amazing. Like it's a big system. There's room for all, but when you're talking that many zebrasoma in there, and 4 yellow tangs and a big purple tang in there as well, and they're all happily swimming around. It's fantastic to see. What about the marginal butterfly? I'm assuming it's a marginal, or is it a combination?
Marginal. Yeah, marginal. So I had the aptasia problem. If you look at the sump, this got so much aptasia in there. But I bought a small stripey to do that. But
he's
when
not so small anymore.
Yeah, once he's grow up, he doesn't do his job. So
you'd rather just eat that homemade food.
I found out that marginal is the guy to do the job.
Yeah.
But marginal also easy to care compared to butterflies.
Definitely considered easier than copper band butterflies, but still considered a difficult fish. Obviously,
I got them from Western Australia.
Yes.
Got 2, bigger one and smaller one.
Okay.
So the bigger one didn't last long, but the smaller one just took the thing off and just grown. It's
he's settled in.
Yeah, settled in. And when I got it was about 50 cent size.
Oh wow! So he's definitely grown into the tank. And Obviously doesn't see any aggression from like the yellow tangs or purple tang or even the Achilles or the big martyr or unicorn.
No.
He's
And plus, I believe so much aptasia in the tank,
Yes.
the sump, and they probably come through the water column and
Sure,
just
sure.
get into the rockwork,
Just gives them
and he
something to
get
graze at.
that feed every now and then when they start popping out.
I've got to say he's done well because you're right. There was no shortage of them in the sump, but I can't see any in the display. So he's
No, and nothing.
keeping
No.
on top of them
Yeah.
very, very nicely. And to be fair, I mean, I'm led to believe that Aptasia are meant to be a fantastic filter.
Yeah.
So if they can stay in your sump and only occasionally pop up here for him to eat, then you've got the best of both worlds.
That's right. Yeah.
It's a win-win. Which,
Yeah.
And
So I didn't because of that reason I didn't want to get rid of from the sump.
yes,
So just let it because because it's hard. That fish is hard to feed as well,
of course, yeah.
and
yeah.
so I believe he get fed through that aptasia.
Well, they're not causing any harm in your sump either.
No, no.
They're not going to be stinging corals or do anything back
No,
there. And
no.
if occasionally one mate finds its way out here, then he'll eat it. So
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
you're more likely to cause like an upset, a ripple in the tank by trying to wipe those out in the sump, and
Yeah.
you're more likely to cause dramas than fix
Yeah.
anything. So yeah, let them be. My previous display tank had the big corner weir in it, which took up quite a bit of space. It was a good sort of half a square foot of space in the tank, and I
Yeah.
swear when I looked down into that weir, I could only see about an inch down because it was just solid of aptasia.
Yeah.
Which, you know, a couple of times I thought about going in there and wiping him out, but it was the same deal. That they're not doing any harm in there.
That's right,
I didn't
yeah.
have any in the I didn't have many in the display, so I left them be.
And they look nice as well. Though when you're looking at them, they look nice.
Well, they are an anemone. They're just a class
Yeah.
anemone. But no, they look great. Now, I just spotted, I know I'm not following the order of fish. You've got a damsel in here.
Yeah.
Any trouble with aggression from the damsel?
No. He's doing. He's just most of the time it's in the rock work.
Yes.
But every now and then he comes out. And those are the fish that I got in the beginning. So
Yes.
I just kept it there, because I had school of chromie, so everyone
yes.
kept dying and one left over, so it's just there.
One chromis left, there he is up there. So yeah, one chromis. You got one of the, I think, are they a sapphire damsel? Something like that anyway. Very pretty looking fish, but
Yeah.
often considered super aggressive. And you got the humbug damsel back here as well, is it?
Yeah.
He's a decent size too, but he tends to just hang around that corner of the tank.
Yeah, when you put the hand, he's just trying to attack. It's just, he doesn't like to get into his territory. And the same as the maroon clown.
Oh, yes, there is a maroon down here that's been feverishly working away at these gonies in the sand there. Obviously,
It's a bit of a nightmare. Just like every time I flatten the sand,
yes.
he just piled up into one area next day.
Here he goes.
See?
Look at that, doing exactly what we're talking about. Just rearranging everything, making it the way they want it to be. It is a pretty maroon clown, but I'm sure it's not pretty when it's biting you and moving that sand around. Now, is there any other fish that we've missed?
No, that's pretty much it. I got a few sand shifting starfish down there, and
yes.
a blue starfish,
Beautiful.
and coral banded shrimp back
Nice.
on the rockwork somewhere. He comes when the light's out. He comes out most of the time. The coral band shrimp.
Yes, okay. He comes out once the fish sort of calm down for the day. He'll come out at night. Understandable. There's quite a few big fish in here that he'd be slightly concerned about, so he lays low till then.
Yeah.
It's a very nice assortment of fish. Is there any fish? I know you talked about that you've got a pretty good balance here now, and things aren't aggressive. Is there any fish that if it came up that you would roll the dice on in adding to the tank? Any dream
I'm
fish?
thinking of long nose black tang.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, and it's been talking to Thomas in Anything QT.
Yes.
Just to get one, because I just want to make sure that I put whoever I put that.
Comes disease free.
Yeah.
for
Just
sure.
don't want to go through that hassle again and just to take a risk. And it's obviously expensive fish.
Of course.
So just try to get one.
Everything.
That's probably it.
everything in this game is a risk, but if you can minimize those risks at all, it makes sense. And when you've got the level of fish that you've got in this system, obviously.
Because the
minimizing
problem
that risk.
is if you go through that again, then you just like feel like just want to give up the hobby, you know.
Oh, for sure,
So,
for sure. Yeah.
and
you
the
wouldn't want
amount
to have
of
a
money
blackout.
and the time that you had spent to get this stage.
Of course, yeah, and the emotional connection, like you talk about the martyr being, such a character and stuff. You can always get another martyr tang, but you can't get the same martyr tang. Yeah. Understandable. Well, maybe we'll see a long-nosed black tang in the future, but you got to assess up whether that's worth that risk or not.
Yeah.
How about corals? There's quite a few corals in here that we can go through. Did you want to go from like left to right? And
Yeah, you
take
can
us through
start
some?
from here.
Yeah, sure.
So I mean, probably you know most of the names, but I don't know much of the names of the colors.
That's okay. You've got some beautiful SPS up on this bommy here, and I really like this blue and green up on the top here. This piece here has got some incredible polyp extension. You can't even see the base of it there. It's crazy. I really like the grafted sunfire cap. It's got very, very bright polyps on it there. Looking very nice. And then coming down this way, I've got the toxic candy cane is another one of my favorites. And then this scape here has got some really nice branches on it, and you've got this nice, it almost looks sort of like a strawberry shortcake. It could be a strawberry shortcake on the point there. Giving
that one is strawberry shortcake on the top there.
Yeah.
But I don't know which one is this, but
it's pretty either way.
Yeah, it's coming up really good, tabling out.
Super nice. And you've got, I'll be sure to get some top-down footage so everyone can see. You've got beautiful, great polyp extension on some pieces back there, and even this one down here on the corner here. It's got really, really long polyp extension. It's something that's very, very, it's a common theme in this tank.
That one there is Walt Disney.
Very nice. Yeah. Some Walt Disney there. I can see some cherry bomb on the back there as well. Yeah. Again, great polyp extension. You got some nice blues.
This blue one, that's a wild coral, so it's colored up into that.
Very nice. Very, very nice. You got some nice Digi. You got Rainbow Monty. You've got some leathers about too. There's one down here that's currently closed, as leathers occasionally do, and then one over here that's just opening up because we are here early and the lights have just come on. But heading back over this way, you've got a couple of really nice Zoa rocks in here too. This one's really taking shape here. You've got some rasters and some maybe they're Bam Bams. I'm not sure on the name of the others.
I don't know the names. Yeah.
Either way, they give a really nice contrast of colours there. Looks a treat. And then coming through here, you've got a nice little section here, some nice red morphs just to give a nice bit of contrast to the colour of the rock. And then this massive Zoa rock here, which has got a good assortment of different Zoas on there. Really, really nicely grown out and doing. I imagine when you planted those Zoas, that's exactly what you wanted that to do.
That's right. Yeah. So I
almost never do they do
started very small piece. It's really nice to see when they you come 2 weeks later, it's just grown up so much, you know.
Yeah,
so it's just,
exactly. I know when everyone starts a Zoa garden that's what they want. They want it to cover over the entire rock while still keeping separate. You can see the different Zoas in there. That's done everything you would want, which is so rare because normally it's just one type takes over. It still looks good, but doesn't look as good. I also just noticed some of these morphs in here have got a bit of a bounce going on. They've got nice little bubbles on there just to give them a really cool little component there, which is very, very nice. And then if we go into the center here, you've got a nice red cap up there. That's going to continue to grow out. You can see the white growth rings on that. It's going to keep capping out and take up a good center section of this bommy here, which will be really, really cool. Got some hammer around the back of it there, some other SPS on the top. And then down here we've got some Lobos, Duncans, some more morphs, and then you've got a few nice Gonies in the front here.
Yep.
Looking very, very nice. And another piece I really like in here, and whilst it might not be the most exotic piece, you've got some beautiful named corals in here, but this fairly standard star polyp in here, the way that's grown over that rock and looks like it's just melted down onto the glass, looks really cool.
It's just coming up real nice.
Yeah, it's in pride position right in the front of the tank here, right sort of next to the sink when you're preparing meals. You can see that there. And then, like all of the other corals in here, has fantastic extension on it, great colors, great contrast, just looks a real treat. Then we've got that other leather that I imagine as the day goes on, that would open up and fill out a fair bit of that space. It'd get fairly large. And then these pieces up here, you've got some blue digi, but the one in front of it here with the green polyps, again, super, super hairy, good contrast to the blue base green polyps. You can see just behind the leather some green Monty back there. And then here we've got a beautiful, is that a Raja Rampage?
Yeah, Raja Rampage, yeah.
That's a fantastic spot for it. It's just gonna plate out a little bit, but then sort of start to droop down.
I just want to see how if it is going like dripping onto the
I'm certain
bottom.
it's just it's gonna be like an ice cream melting down.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
It'll grow back a little bit onto the scape, but I reckon, you're gonna get this nice waterfall down here, and it's gonna come down and eventually start to upset these gonies, but I mean, the maroon clown's doing a pretty good job of keeping them honest anyway. And then rolling up here, you've also got a nice Space Invader Pectinia there, looking nice and fluffy, onto some red cap and some more very, very hairy SBS frags that, I will be sure to get top-down footage of. It's really the only way to show just how long those polyp extensions are. For a tank that started life as a fish-only system, you've got a fair diversity of corals in there.
Yes, I mean, when you go to the shops, you see these big plates of corals, and then always go to Jono, say, can you cut me a piece this? But obviously it doesn't look same as in the tank in the display over there, but that's the idea. So that's why I don't know the names. We just pick the color and how it looks over there and put it on.
That's 100% the way it should be. Don't worry about the names. Worry about how they look. That's the way it needs to be in this hobby. No, they look fantastic.
But they're slowly coming up as like with the issue that I had with I don't know whether it's natural salt water or not changing water more oftenly.
Okay.
So some of the corals got affected with the burnt tips and the algae growth on the top of the tips.
Yes.
So I started using salt, change the whole tank into the salt, the artificial salt.
Yes.
So since then, seen big difference.
Seen some things bounce back.
Back. So all that the brown tips went away. I speed up the fans a little bit more just to see whether it blows out.
Sure, just to help that algae get off the tips of the SBS. Yep. A little bit more flow in there. So you were running natural salt water, and parameters were staying in check. No surprise with all of the filtration you've got in the back of this system. So you switched, well, not switched off, but minimized the automatic water change for a while. Let it just see how it would go and stabilize. Whether it was related to that or whether it was something else, started to see a bit of a decline in the tank. So switched over to artificial salt water, went to an aquaforest salt, and we saw the mixing chamber out there. And how many litres a day are you changing on this system now?
At the moment, I'm doing 30 litres.
Okay,
So I try to get the whole tank, I believe about 3 boxes, which is 1,800 litres all up. Just to get the whole system flushed out. And then planning to set that to 20 litres a day for 5 days.
Sure.
So that gives about 100 litres a week.
Perfect.
Change.
Just to keep
so instead of doing a full big water change.
Of course.
So because a lot of the dosing that you need to do to keep the corals happy and all that. So I thought the best to do like 20 litres a day. So that won't affect all the...
Just keeps everything a bit more consistent that way.
Yeah.
Obviously, sometimes big water changes are necessary, and if you start to see issues happening or things declining quickly, then big water change can reset things. But once you're back on top, as you absolutely are now, and you're seeing great growth, great colour, good bulb extension and things like that, you can do almost more harm than good by doing a big change now because
Yeah.
things are good.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you just want to keep them good. So just that little maintenance.
And obviously, I mean, I just have to thank a lot of people. Like I don't know when I start the SPS, a lot of things that we don't know. It's a lot the big community that help each other. You know, when you message them and say, ask this question, they're very
Absolutely.
prompt in answering.
Absolutely. We're always all learning in this hobby.
Yeah.
Anyone that tells you they've worked out everything in this hobby is kidding themselves and kidding you because, we all learn something new in this hobby, and it's, definitely something that we can lean on each other's experience
Yeah,
to
that's right. Yeah.
at least get us in the right direction.
Yeah.
But it looks like this tank is churning along very, very nicely. You touched on some of the maintenance there and the water changes you're doing now. What other sort of maintenance do you do on, say, like a weekly basis with this system?
On a weekly basis, I pretty much check the testing.
Yes.
Mainly, I use HANA before, but I just stick on to the sulfate now.
Yes.
Checking all the parameters and do that every week.
Yes.
And every second day, just clean the glass. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, very nice.
And every about 4 weeks, just clean the fans and give it a bit of scrape on the back with algae.
Yes.
And so that's about it. And my nitrates, it's about 18, and phosphate sitting around between 0.05, 0.03.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Super. Very nice considering the fish load you have in the system. That's keeping things well and truly under control, which makes sense when you see, all the filtration back there and the response from the corals. They're obviously enjoying life there.
Yeah.
I can imagine, and I know you've got the light frame that lifts up, but I've never worked on a tank before where you can't see through the tank. So the side that you access the tank from, so in the back there, you can't look through the tank and see what you're like. If you're trying to net a fish out, the only visibility you have is from the top.
Yeah. So I pretty much either keep my daughter in the front with the phone or my wife and just ask, where do I have to put this, where do I have to put that, how's the sand looking, so that's how we do it. It's a bit of a disadvantage on this system, which is it's hard to see.
Yes, yeah.
And once you go on the top, and it's so deep,
Yes.
it's you just have to fiddle around with the ladders and
Definitely adds a level of complication.
Yeah.
I mean, every tank has its
sometimes
challenges.
it's when you just want to put something on that bit there, it's hard to reach up there, so
from here you would think adding something onto this point of the rock here would be really easy, but from the other side of the tank, from the top, trying to reach through to the front
it's
would
very
be
hard.
quite a challenge.
Yeah.
I can imagine. Amazing. Now, is there any sort of future plans for the tank, or anything that any advice you'd give to people following along with your journey?
The best advice I can give is just have to be patient. That's all.
Yeah. Patience is a virtue in this hobby.
Yeah. So
everything.
I
everything
mean,
good happens
when you start the tank, you just fill the water. It looks really nice. I just want to add so many fish, so many corals, but you listen to a lot of YouTubes like yours and every other YouTubers saying you just have to be patient, but that doesn't come into your mind until you go through that.
You think you are being patient. You didn't buy a fish since like 2 days ago.
Main thing you just have to just not take quick actions.
Yes.
So
it is tough. People always think they're doing the right thing, but if you test a parameter and it's not where you want it to be, you think fixing that quickly is going to be the best thing for it, when
but by tomorrow probably it's changed to what you want.
Exactly.
If you stay there and waited, and probably next day it might change to the right figure that you want.
Yeah, definitely. No, that's very sound advice. Any shops or anyone you want to give a shout out to? You mentioned Thomas Cheer, obviously. It's fantastic in Australia here with these anything quarantine fish.
Yeah, so the Jono, that's where I buy a lot of colors from.
Yes.
And
Jono Aquamarine Aquaristic, for those following along.
And Shasha from Rare Reef, so that's where I get all the high-end stuff.
Nice, nice. Rarereefs.com.au, I think that is, for those looking at the range of corals that Sasha has.
Rarereefs.com.au.
Yep, perfect. Yeah, very, very nice. Oh, well, I really appreciate you taking the time on what is the Melbourne Cup holiday here in Melbourne, Australia. I appreciate you making it possible, both for me to just barge my way into your house, put a microphone on you and get you to tell me all about this beautiful reef tank. I'm sure a lot of people out there are really going to appreciate seeing this tank and all of the beautiful fish, corals, and especially the amount of work you've done around the infrastructure to make this tank be built in as a backsplash. You can actually see it lines up here with the back of the kitchen bench here, so that it can be a focal point of your house. And you're even mentioning you've got this beautiful view. We've got the curtains closed at the moment so we don't get too much reflection, but you actually mentioned that it actually works the other way at night. You get the reflection from this tank over onto this window over here, so that when you're sitting at your dining table, you can actually see the tank from both sides.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that is the first time I've heard of a reflection of the tank working in your favor, which is super, super awesome. And no doubt a testament to all of the planning you've put into building the house around this tank, but also ensuring this tank is completely future-proof. And that goes to show that you started off as a fish-only system and you've been able to adapt it to have these beautiful corals. So well done. Keep doing what you're doing. I think it's a fantastic system. And yeah, once again, thank you so much for making it possible for me to be here.
Thank you very much, Sam, for coming down all the way from Geelong. And it's pretty much like other end of the Victoria, you know. So
I'm always down for a drive to see a beautiful reef tank, and this is not disappointed.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, guys, there you have it. That is Yasas' incredible kitchen backsplash 8-foot mixed reef tank. What an incredible feat that is, and what a huge amount of thought process has been put into that system to make it super sleek inside that beautiful house, as well as very, very successful with all of that filtration and all of those access points in mind. Things like getting into an 8-foot tank when you can't see through the glass on any of the sides where you're accessing must be an incredible challenge. So by putting things like that motorized light frame and getting good access into the back of that tank, a really nicely laid out sump, that beautiful electronics cabinet with all of the gadgets in there, not to mention the whole house battery backup that's been dedicated just to the reef tank. I absolutely love the gadgets in here. And then you throw in some of the just the good process things like the QT system there, so your can get in fish, like things like the long nose black tang, can monitor it, can even treat it if need be, make sure it's all good, and then add it into his reef tank. So he doesn't risk things like that quartet of yellow tangs, purple tang, gem tang, Achilles tang, martyr tang, unicorn tang, you name it, all of those beautiful fish will be safe and sound, which is a very, very well laid out system. Now, I will begin to wrap things up there, but I do need to give a massive shout out to each and every one of these names on screen here. These are my channel members. Now, these guys have clicked the join button down below and chip in a couple of dollars each and every month to make videos like this one possible. This was a good 2 and a bit hour drive each way from my place to Yasas' house. So it was a full day outing, but I tell you what an awesome video and absolutely worth it. But these names on screen here make it possible by chipping in a couple of dollars, and I really do humbly appreciate your support. If you don't have a couple of dollars a month to spare, but you want to show your support, please consider subscribing to the channel. We're edging towards 35,000 subscribers, and I promise you that costs not a single cent at all today, tomorrow, or anytime in the future. You can just hit that subscribe button in the bottom corner down there. That tells the YouTube algorithm you think this is good content and will help recommend it to more like-minded reefers, which goes a long way to supporting the channel. Now, I do also reply to each and every comment in the video, so if you have any questions for myself, for Yasas, or anything at all about the channel, feel free to pop it in the comment section down below. I do personally reply to everything there, so it's definitely the best way to get hold of me. Now, I have an incredible array of videos to come in the coming weeks, so make sure you don't miss out. Hit the subscribe button, hit that bell notification so you don't miss any of them. Otherwise, I'll see you same place, same time next week. More incredible videos to come, I promise you that much, including some brand new technology in the reefing space, also including an incredible 130,000 litre marine tank. Stay tuned for that one. It's an incredible video to see. Anyway, no more spoilers. I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Till next time, stay safe, keep reefing. Cheers, bye.